Remember, I told you sometimes ago in the couple, like 2 videos ago, I told you that politics is a dirty game. Politics is indeed a very, very dirty game. Now, why am I saying so? Irungu Kangata decided to issue a statement. First, Irungu Kangata has told us about a situation where he tried to reach out to William Ruto via a phone, but Ruto did not respond. And that, he says, is one of the reasons why he chose to leave UDA and source another party. And that party, which Kangata has sourced, most likely is DCP. But he also has a choice of going for Jubilee. He can go to Jubilee as long as it's still within the United or Alternative Alliance. So the governor is still sourcing for a party. But I think DCP is the best party for him.
Kwanza nimeambia huyu rafiki yangu Sifuna wakiwa na Babu na Orengo watafuta wa Munyoro.
So let's get back into Kangata's statement. Kangata has told us that 95% of Mount Kenya leaders will not end in government. 95%. But you see, we are still shocked at the way so many members of parliament skipped the finance bill, the voting. And in one particular time, we talked about Ndindi Nyoro. And we did 2 videos about Ndindi Nyoro's absence from the parliament. You all remember the content in our previous videos. So, Muranga Governor Irungu Kangata has signaled that a majority of leaders from the Mount Kenya region deliberately skipped the parliamentary vote on the finance bill. And he argues that the move reflects growing unease with President Ruto's administration. So Kangata was speaking on the political mood within the region in an interview with the Kameme FM. And Kangata said that approximately 95% of members of parliament from Mount Kenya did not participate in the vote, including lawmakers who publicly identify as supporters of the government. So many of them did not vote. They don't have faith in the regime. They also do not want to create a situation whereby they are, people, they are profiled. The profiling. You vote yes, your profile. You vote no, your profile. So they were trying to run away from that. So that's why many people still say this were coward. How comes you are a leader who is afraid? How can you be a leader boy ni muoga kabisa hivi? That is why you find that Kangata is saying that the finance bill was voted on in parliament, but the truth is that 95% of leaders in parliament from Mount Kenya did not go to parliament, including those who supported the government. So that was Kangata saying. Now, the most likely scenario is that they skipped the session because they will not end up supporting the government. That is one of the excuses that Kangata is trying to give us as a possible reason why votes ended up being the way they were. These people are not going to support the government come 2027. 95% of UDA leaders in Mount Kenya will not make it. 95% is a huge number. 5% are the only. In fact, 5%, there's a possibility that even 100% will not make it. I look at the politics in Mount Kenya, honestly speaking, sangine naona kwamba wale wabunge wa Mount Kenya, mbona na commit ile kitu inaitwa political suicide mapema hivi? Why can't they just jump ship and say, tumerealize kwamba UDA cannot. Mount Kenya is not for UDA. Let's go Jubilee, let's go DCP. Ama basi tuende independent, tupige serikali vita. Why can't they just look at the horizon na waone kwamba kuna shida kubwa? Personally, I don't come from the mountain, but based on what I'm seeing, the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, kuna shida. And that problem, for it to be solved, these people, they must look at things carefully. Of course, I'm still alive to the fact that Samson Cherargei told us about some spies who are going to be planted in the opposition, especially DCP. They are going to vie, we win elections, then jump and join the Jubilee. Join UDA when UDA will be in power. If UDA will be in power. That's a strategy also. Yeah, it's a strategy. But will it work? The big problem is, will it work? Most likely that will not work, ladies and gentlemen. So Kangata thinks that these people are not going to make it. I also think the same. They are not going to make it. Why am I saying so? Let us get back to Jubilee. And Jubilee was the predominant party in Mount Kenya. You saw how welcoming it felt for William Ruto. William Ruto was welcomed there by the people, and it was a good sign that, it was a very good sign. I don't want to differ with Samson Cherargei 100%. Let me just give him the benefit of doubt. But I know leaders are very greedy people. They see money, they forget about the long-term plan. And the long-term plan is for him to get re-elected and re-elected and re-elected. If he can serve 20 years or 30 years, okay. But most of these members of parliament settle for handouts. They make very wrong decisions. They find themselves in the wrong camps, and there's nothing they can do about it. That is what I've observed. So perhaps if you watch this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.